Can science and faith coexist? Every night, scientists point powerful telescopes toward the heavens. They discover distant galaxies, measure the age of stars, search for planets beyond our own. Meanwhile, millions of people bow their heads in prayer. They open the Bible. They worship God. To many people, these seem like two completely different worlds. One trusts science, the other trusts faith. But are they really enemies? Must we choose between believing in God or believing in science? For generations, many people have been told that science has replaced God, that the more we discover about the universe, the less we need a creator. But is that really what science tells us? To answer that question, we first need to understand what science actually is. Science is one of humanity's greatest tools for discovering how the universe works. It explores gravity, atoms, DNA, the laws of nature. It asks questions like, how do stars form? How does the human body heal? How old is the universe? These are wonderful questions, and science has helped humanity in extraordinary ways. But there is something science was never designed to answer. It cannot tell us why the universe exists, why there is something instead of nothing, why human life has meaning, why we recognize beauty, why love matters. Science explains the mechanism. Faith explores the purpose. Imagine reading a beautiful novel. Science can analyze the paper, measure the ink, study the chemistry of the pages. But none of those things can explain why the author wrote the story. To discover that, you must know the author. The universe is similar. Science studies creation. Faith seeks to know the creator. History itself challenges the idea that science and faith are enemies. Many of the pioneers of science believed that the universe was orderly because it was created by an orderly God. The Catholic Church helped establish some of the world's earliest universities. Many priests, monks, and faithful Christians made significant contributions to astronomy, mathematics, genetics, and physics. They did not see scientific discovery as a threat to faith. They saw it as another way of appreciating God's creation, of course. There have been disagreements throughout history. People often point to famous conflicts between science and religion. Some were real, some have been greatly oversimplified, but human mistakes should not be confused with the teachings of Christianity itself. True science seeks truth, true faith also seeks truth, and truth cannot contradict itself, because all truth ultimately comes from God. Does this mean science proves God? No, science is not designed to prove or disprove God's existence. God is not an object inside the universe waiting to be discovered through a microscope or telescope. He is the one who gives existence to everything science studies. The more we understand creation, the more reasons we have to marvel at its beauty. For some, scientific discovery strengthens their faith. For others, it raises new questions. Both are part of humanity's search for truth. Faith should never fear honest questions, and science should never fear wherever the evidence leads. When both are pursued with humility, they become partners rather than rivals. Perhaps the greatest question is not whether science and faith can coexist. Perhaps it is this: can we remain humble enough to keep searching for truth, wherever it leads? Because every genuine search for truth, whether through a telescope, a laboratory, or a prayer, ultimately points toward the same author, the one who created both the universe and the human mind capable of exploring it. The search for truth never ends, because truth has a name: Jesus Christ.